Welcome to the most transcendental journey you've ever imagined. Get ready to be enveloped by a narrative that unravels the mysteries of prosperity and turns dreams into reality. Our journey begins now, unraveling the hidden secrets. Enter a universe where ancestral teachings intertwine with modernity, guiding us towards fulfillment. If you want to free yourself from the bonds of poverty and find the keys that open the doors to abundance, this is your destination. Every word is like a pearl of wisdom, lighting the way to multiply talents, sow prosperity, and reap magnificent rewards. You're not just watching, you're participating in a profound and inspiring personal transformation. Our words are an invitation to all those who wish to rise above their limitations, soaring towards a horizon of limitless possibilities. Every minute invested in this journey will enrich your being and trigger a virtuous cycle of growth and sharing. After immersing yourself in this transformative video, prepare yourself for an inner revolution that will dissolve all the shackles of scarcity once and for all. The bonds of poverty that were once embedded in your mind will simply be swept away. The fears that shackle the hearts of those who yearn for financial prosperity will not stand up to the captivating brilliance of this content. Awaken to the bold and inspiring truth that will echo in your soul. The fear that wealth is an abomination in God's eyes and that poverty is God's seal of approval will be shattered by the flash of revelation that this video provides. You will emerge from this experience renewed, freed from these unfounded fears, ready to walk a path of prosperity like you never imagined. From the very beginning, the Bible whispers to us the secrets of a fulfilling life. Discover how God pours out riches and blessings on those He enables to enjoy them. Accepting life's gifts with gratitude, embracing work with a joyful heart, this is the divine gift that awaits those who set out on this path of revelation. This video will not only reveal the deep truths about prosperity, but will also show you that God has always planned for you to live an abundant life. Embrace this journey, because wealth and prosperity emanate from the divine source. Not only that, God has promised a gift, and what you are about to discover is a true gift that will transform your mindset, unleash your potential, and unlock a future that is more than you dared to dream. Get ready to embrace the grandeur of the life that has been destined for you since the beginning of time. If you like this kind of content, leave a like and subscribe to the Conexo Divina channel so you don't miss any new videos, and don't forget to activate the notification bell to stay up to date with all our transformative news. We recommend that you pray this prayer for at least 21 consecutive days in order to obtain the necessary mental reprogramming in your life and, consequently, to feel the divine energy flowing in your life, and to transform your dreams into reality. To receive this great blessing, type in the comments, "I am worthy and deserving of everything the universe has available, and at this very moment I accept what is rightfully mine." Before we dive into the depths of this transformative knowledge, it reveals an essential secret, the primordial empowerment that precedes the enjoyment of wealth. Unfortunately, however, misguided desires and the blindness that afflicts so many are threads that intertwine minds and obscure thousands of horizons. Let's open our eyes to the breadth of understanding. In our quest for prosperity and wealth, a complex fabric is being drawn, interwoven with various perspectives. And it is at this point that we unfold a new chapter in our journey. Starting today, we will trace a path to prosperity that transcends barriers. The stark and thought-provoking truth is this: once this video weaves its way into your mind, the continuation of poverty is a paradox that dissolves. Because, you realize, remaining in scarcity is not just a material circumstance, but a mental and spiritual state that cries out for transformation. Our era is marked by two philosophies that dance in conflict over wealth and poverty. In the midst of this stage of ideas, the crucial question emerges: from what source do these designs come, the divine paths that weave the destiny of men? It is here that the veil is lifted, and we are invited to peer between the lines of the divine. Prepare yourself for an audacious exploration that transcends the confines of the mind. What you will find will not only inform, but reshape your perspective, laying the foundations for a new era in your life. True prosperity awaits those who have the courage to see beyond the conventional and venture into the unpredictable tides of this revolutionary knowledge. It is undeniable that I distance myself from the two proposed visions. In the first corner of the ring, we have the melody of the gospel of poverty. This doctrine resonates with the idea of giving up earthly riches and embracing a secluded existence in penury. They believe that vile metal and human ties corrupt, that the opulent are greedy sinners, and that scarcity brings the righteous closer to God. The price paid is guilt and condemnation, which, I strongly maintain, is a distorted narrative. This misleading conception sings a false gospel of poverty, full of misconceptions. Now, at the other end of the spectrum, the eclectic constellation of thought is emerging, the prosperity gospel. This strand proclaims that riches are the chords of divine blessings. This song rings out loud and clear, maintaining that material abundance is an indication of heavenly favors. However, like the debris left behind by a falling star, this idea is also flawed. A complex message involves the direct link between fortune and faith, and often the chords don't harmonize so easily. In the midst of these extremes, true wisdom draws its own verses. It's a symphony that transcends the limits of simplicity, seeing that wealth, like life itself, is intricately woven. A profound understanding emerges, affirming that riches are a gift that can be shared, a symbol that can be deciphered, a tool that can be shaped for good. The truth lies in the harmony of notes, where each chord has a place, but none dominates the chorus. Imagine, for a moment, the power that is within your grasp, a force that can bend the fabric of reality at your command. It is believed that when you utter the divine command, financial blessings will flow, generous gifts from the heavens. Each note of prosperity, like a tribute from the stars, dances in your hands, and the freedom to spend sumptuously is laid out before you, with no anxieties to disturb you. However, diving into both corners is a risk that discernment rejects. These philosophies and thoughts are entangled in illusions as complex as a web of dreams. The truth, clear as day, is that none of these narratives resonates with the harmony of reality. The biblical warning against the sins of greed, covetousness, and idolatry cannot be ignored. The web of greed, which unfolds like a plague, must not be embraced. Know, however, that the Bible does not condemn wealth. Riches are not villains, but the notes that make up one's destiny. Poverty is not a blessing, but a struggle that should not be idolized. The truth lies in a delicate balance, a symphony that misinterpretation often silences. In the fabric of the sacred pages, you will find heroes of the faith whose origins were bathed in riches. God is not concerned with the bank balance, but with the purpose and vocation of each soul. Walk wisely, for the Lord is the creator of all, rich and poor, and this truth resonates like a timeless melody. The notes of prosperity can dance in your footsteps, but only when you become a conscious maestro, harmonizing the pursuit of material gain with nobility of heart and soul. It is in this harmony that true plenitude is found, the prosperity that transcends the tangible and shines at the core of being. The heart of the matter lies in the dilemma of the heart, not in the binomial of wealth or poverty. Here, the question is, where does your soul rest when it comes to wealth and money, or the lack of them? Detached from material assets, the truth emerges resplendently. It doesn't matter how much wealth you have, it's the internal evaluation that cries out for your attention. Evaluate yourself, then, without compromise, and ask yourself, where does your fear lie? Fear of penury, of misery? Or the anguish of becoming prosperous and successful? Explain your beliefs in the mirror of reflection, without hiding the one to which you bow. Some praise poverty as a path to virtue, a symbol of purity and divine acceptance. But does wealth dare to be accepted by God? These questions, so intimate, only you can decipher. At the heart of this search is an indelible truth, responsibility. Everyone, without exception, is a faithful guardian of what is entrusted to them. After all, God does not restrict prosperity. He wants to see us prosper, but He never wants it to take over the throne of our hearts. In this context, the dilemma is outlined. Prosperity is a divine desire, but not at the cost of subjugating our hearts. Riches, like a vigorous river, may flow around you, but they must not flood your being. Do not allow your heart to be carried away by the currents of accumulation, because it is in moderation that virtue finds its home. At the end of the journey, it is the courage to face your own essence, unraveling the mysteries of the heart and belief, that will guide you to balance and true fulfillment. After the journey towards this understanding, it is as if a veil has been lifted, unveiling a truth that cannot be ignored. After such a revelation, it is practically impossible for anyone to remain trapped in the web of poverty. Now, let's tread a path of caution and awareness. Firstly, to avoid the bondage of poverty, it is vital to repel materialism. This incessant desire for the latest, the best, the fastest, the newest, is a manifestation of discontent. It's a greedy trap that robs the being of its essence. Those who fall into this abyss become more body than spirit, more rooted in the material world than the spiritual world, more saturated with dissatisfaction than nourished by gratitude. However, clearing the path to wealth and prosperity does not require succumbing to materialism or giving in to greed. Jesus, in His profound wisdom, unveiled the essence of the matter. The core of these insatiable desires is greed. This longing for more is an echo of the greed that resides in the heart. A mind anchored in materialism can be a fortress built with bricks of fear and insecurity. The need to accumulate is often a reflection of a heart filled with apprehension. Clinging to objects is a way of asserting control over life's uncertainties. However, true freedom lies in giving up that control and trusting that God is the only rightful holder. The route to prosperity is not a road lined with insatiable desires, but a quiet path shaped by trust. So eliminate greed, undo the ties of materialism, and allow your journey to be guided by the heart, nourished by gratitude and trust in divine providence. This is a horizon that brings immense relief, a spiritual, emotional, and mental breather. This elusive freedom emerges when we give up the title of owner and recognize that we are only part of the whole. In this recognition, prosperity is no longer a race of greed for more in all its forms. True wealth is found in the art of service. The revolution begins when we exchange the relentless pursuit of a new level of satisfaction for a nobler calling, service. To serve, no longer fueled by greed, but by the sincere desire to contribute. Every action, an act of generosity, every gesture, a manifestation of love. By practicing this authentic service, we pave the way to true prosperity. The formula, encapsulated in a few words, is clear as day: let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap, if we do not lose heart. In this instruction lies a powerful secret: to serve. Serve others with a generous heart and benevolent actions. Plant the seeds of good, with the confidence that the harvest will come in due course. And, last but not least, the instruction not to give up, not to give in to the discouragement that so often assails us. Unfortunately, contemporary society often embraces the culture of immediacy, forgetting the fundamental principle of planting and reaping. Thousands are seduced by the promise of instant results, but this is an empty dance that breaks the essential link between sowing and reaping. So the invitation remains: cultivate the art of service, sow good deeds, persist with patience and determination. In this virtuous cycle, you will find the true source of prosperity and wealth, a treasure that transcends the ephemeral and echoes into eternity. In the midst of contemporary turmoil, the desire of many translates into an urgency, a longing for now and today. However, it is in this whirlwind of yearnings that a verse lights the way, a law that, if accepted daily, has the power to lift any soul out of poverty. A truth is revealed: it is the failure to comply with this law that often traps so many in need and deprivation. The journey to break these bonds begins with a deep understanding. The divine essence of prosperity is woven into the principle of planting and reaping. Yes, planting good seeds of service, with a heart open to the needs of others, is the route to reaping abundant blessings. This is the cog in the cycle of prosperity. So where does the path to freedom from poverty begin? By giving yourself to the needs of others. This act of generosity and compassion is one of the keys to unlocking the doors to success. It is an effective antidote to selfishness. To understand the cycle of prosperity is to plant the seeds of service and, consequently, reap the fruits of this benevolence. These fruits take many forms and can be manifested in money, enterprises, land, investments, businesses, all aspects that, when nurtured, flourish and multiply. Thus, abundance is not an end, but a means to expand even further, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and sharing. In closing, I would like to leave you with a story that perhaps many of you have already come across. It's a narrative that echoes the truths we share, a story that transcends time and inspires every soul to rise above poverty and embrace the magnificence of prosperity. It's an unfortunate reality that, despite the clear instructions, many still don't adhere to this practice. Perseverance in reading these words daily is a compass that points to the necessary action. The path to freedom from poverty simply looks like this. God offers a gift to many, but some, in their foolishness, remain imprisoned, refusing to obtain what is within reach. Now, allow me to share a parable that no doubt many here have heard. A wealthy man, about to embark on a long journey, summoned his 3 servants. He entrusted them with the responsibility of looking after his property during his absence. Assessing the innate abilities of each, he distributed 5 talents to the first servant, 2 talents to the second, and 1 talent to the third. With this delegation, he set off on his journey. The servants, agile in their actions, entered the realms of investment and business. The one who had received 5 talents multiplied them by another 5. Likewise, the one who had 2 talents saw his amount double. However, the servant who had only received 1 talent chose a different path. He dug a pit and hid his master's property there. After a considerable time, the master returned to settle accounts with his servants. The one who had doubled his 5 talents came forward proudly. "Sir," he said, "you entrusted me with 5 talents, and here are 5 more that I have acquired." The master praised his faithfulness and rewarded him, "Good and faithful servant. Since you have been faithful in the little, I will entrust the much to you." The second servant, who had doubled his 2 talents, also gave an account. "My lord," he said, "you entrusted me with 2 talents, and now I have 2 more." The master, again praising his faithfulness, gave him the same reward. In this story, the message resonates. Those who work hard and multiply what they have received, with dedication and faithfulness, find the joy of the reward. The parable is a reminder that faithfulness in the little results in the confidence to embrace the much. So may we all apply this wisdom to our lives and thus walk the path of prosperity and fulfillment. Now, the narrative leads us to the end, where the servant who had received only 1 talent stands before his master. He expresses his words with a cautious tone, "My lord, I have heard that you are a harsh man, that you reap where you have not sown and gather where you have not scattered. That's why I got scared and hid your talent in the ground. Here's what's yours." The master's reply is swift and incisive, carrying with it the truth of the situation, "You wicked and lazy servant. If you knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered, then you should have invested my money with the bankers. And on my return, I would have received it with interest." The sentence is passed. The talent is taken from the lazy servant and given to the one who had received 10 talents. The lesson is clear. The attitude of passivity, of hiding and not using the entrusted gifts, results in loss. The teacher, incisive, explains that the one who has more will benefit from abundance, while the one who doesn't make use of what he has been given will have even the little he is taken away. This parable, a reflection on the reality of life, invites us to use the gifts and talents entrusted to us to invest in the potential we have received. Passivity and fear are not the roads to success, but active commitment, dedication to multiplying what we have been given. The lesson is clear: inertia is the path to loss, while action is the path to reward. Therefore, may we apply this wisdom to our lives, understanding that trusting in our gifts propels us along the path to prosperity. And so we close with the parable of the 3 talents. This story, despite its simplicity, is often lost in the echo of the ear, without finding roots in practice. It brings to light the deep meaning behind the saying, "To him who has more will be given, and from him who has not, even what he has will be taken away." It brings the answer to how to get out of poverty. That's right, getting out of poverty means being wise in investing, it means using the gifts that God entrusts to us. Every day, at the crack of dawn, we are given a treasure trove of time, opportunities, thoughts, seeds of ideas. And what has been our attitude towards this gift? The answer lies in multiplying, in investing, in being a faithful and good servant. We do indeed receive talents every day, but what have we done with them? That's the crux of the matter. I believe that by taking a moment every day to reflect on this story, by internalizing its lessons, those who are still trapped in an unfavorable financial situation can find a guide to break free. The beauty of this teaching lies in its applicable simplicity. Now, imagine each day as a gift containing opportunities waiting to be unwrapped. Open each opportunity with a growth mindset, investing time, effort, and passion. Whether it's learning something new, serving someone, or bringing an idea to life, each investment is a seed that plants the future of prosperity. Apply what we've learned. Start by exploring your own talents, be they technical skills, interpersonal skills, or the will to learn. Then immerse yourself in the community, contributing your time and knowledge. And above all, establish the habit of multiplying. Every day, make a small investment in your journey towards success. Remember, growth is the result of persistence in positive actions. With this journey, we are reinforcing the principle that true prosperity goes beyond material boundaries. It is born of conscious action, the search for personal growth, and generous sharing. Every day, you have the chance to invest, multiply, and create a future of abundance. The act of multiplying talents not only changes your life, but also the lives of those around you. We invite you to share your stories, successes, and challenges in the comments below. Join us on this journey of transformation and subscribe so you don't miss our next insights. Through applied knowledge, we can break the shackles of poverty and welcome wealth in all its forms. Until our next meeting, prosperity fighters.